transported the Earth 3 billion years into the future. The sky is dominated by a massive galaxy called Andromeda. The view may look peaceful, but one of the greatest calamities in the universe is about to take place. And clues to the impending disaster lie in these mysterious Hubble images. Galaxies unlike any other. Distorted. Deformed. Astronomers rely on computers for help in decoding what these mysterious objects represent.
What we do is we make galaxies that look just like the Milky Way and similar galaxies. And we let them evolve in the computer. They develop the spiral structure. They look quite realistic. We then put them on a collision path.
Freeze frame these simulations and match them with real images, and suddenly the picture becomes clear. It's the greatest clash in the cosmos. Galaxies in collision. Like cities, galaxies tend to cluster. Our Milky Way belongs to a cluster called the Local Group, made up of at least 50 galaxies. The largest in the pack is Andromeda, a spiral galaxy that's even bigger than ours. Today, Andromeda lies 2.5 million light years away. But astronomers like Abraham Loeb believe that distance is closing in.
When I started working in astrophysics, I noticed that most of my colleagues are thinking about other galaxies interacting with each other, colliding with each other, and I was wondering, why aren't they examining the future of the Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy as they will come together?
Trouble is brewing for our star city.
Our galaxy is rushing toward the great galaxy in Andromeda. They're rushing toward each other, and they're going to encounter each other in a couple billion years.
Loeb and his colleagues decide to simulate this intergalactic clash of the titans.
This was the first simulation of its kind. Initially, the two galaxies plunge through each other, producing these beautiful tails of stars due to the force of gravity. They run away, turn around, and come back together to make one big spheroid of stars, which I called the Milkomeda Galaxy.
When the Milky Way merges with Andromeda, almost 1 trillion stars will come together.
The beautiful spiral structure of our Milky Way galaxy is not something that's going to last forever. It's going to be a mess for a while. The collision will not be one in which these two things are destroyed, but it is one where the gas in each system will collide with the gas in the other, that it'll have a burst of star formation.
And the formation of these new stars will mark the rebirth of a new galaxy.
This spectacular Hubble image shows the antenna galaxies, a grand cosmic collision between two spiral star cities. The galaxies are in a frenzy of star birth. A multitude of nebulas glow pink in the darkness. One final flare of stellar activity before the galaxies merge to become one. This is the fate that awaits our Milky Way when it merges with Andromeda 3 billion years from now.
When they collide, there will be a lot of new star formation that takes place. There will be a kind of rejuvenation of the Milky Way for a little while, and then eventually this combined system will settle down to become a new thing, probably a bigger galaxy than either of the galaxies out of which it was made.
But the real surprise is the shape of this new galaxy.
A new galaxy is formed where instead of the disks that the original galaxies had, where all the stars are going around more or less in a plane, instead the stars are going every which way, just like the elliptical galaxies that we see. And so we're pretty sure that this process must be a large part of how elliptical galaxies form.
The collision of the Milky Way with Andromeda will leave behind a giant elliptical galaxy. But before that happens, there'll be one final sight to behold.
The image of Andromeda will be stretched across the sky, looming as big as the Milky Way itself. And it's conceivable that there would be human beings like ourselves looking at the sky and seeing this spectacular image.
We might not be the only beings enjoying the view. Could our galaxy be home to other civilizations? Unknown life yet to be discovered inside the Milky Way? There are around 200 billion stars in our galaxy. But there's only one neighborhood we know for sure that sustains life. Earth.
The sun powers almost everything here on the Earth. It's the energy source. It's the engine of life and many other processes. And life here on Earth is based heavily on water. And it's liquid water that's the key to life as we know it. And it's because liquid water serves as the solvent, the cocktail mixer for the biochemistry of life.
Earth is the only planet in our solar system with abundant liquid water. As with any prime real estate, it's all about location, location, location.
Venus is closer to the sun. Mars is farther from the sun. And there's a zone in between the blazing hot furnace of Venus, the frigid Mars. That zone in between we call the habitable zone, and the Earth lies smack in that thing, where water would be in liquid form, not in steam, too hot, not in ice form, too cold, but rather a temperature that, as Goldilocks said, is just right for life.
The location of a habitable